You seem to be pretty passionate about how astrology is presented.
Every astrologer should be passionate about how astrology is presented, but yes, I am.
Why is that so?
It is because astrology is a wonderful, priceless gift for us. Yet, it is completely disrespected in the media and in society.
Why do you think that is so?
Easy answer. It is because of the way it is presented by many of its practitioners. It is astrologers who mess up astrology. Just look around on the internet at all of the awful crap that can be found. It is no wonder that you can't be taken seriously when you announce that you are an astrologer.
What can be done to change that?
Certain things have to be realized right from the start. I authored a book called A New Way to Learn Astrology. It was the positive manifestation of what was otherwise a failed project in South Africa. We were going to use it for the school opening. In that book, in every beginning, I wrote about the importance of having the right perspective.
People will always say that the right perspective is no one person's viewpoint.
That is true. If you want, I can outline what I am talking about. Then see what you think.
Oh, that would be great.
The first thing of importance is there is no good or bad in astrology. There is no such thing as a bad sign, bad planet, or bad horoscope. A horoscope contains potentials of energy. People use these potentials as they please, not as a horoscope dictates. I don't think this can be refuted.
These days anyone can refute anything, but no one with common sense can refute that.
Next, a horoscope is a symbolic representation of a person as he or she can be, not necessarily the person as he or she is. The horoscope is a holographic guide of potentials. It is a map of the absolute best an individual can be. Fulfillment and happiness are emphasized in life when one follows the guidelines of the horoscope, learns lessons in life, and follows a strategy of will. In other words, the horoscope is a reflection of a person at his or her best.
It makes sense to me, but a lot of people like to believe that the person is actually the horoscope.
It is very easy to prove otherwise. Third on my list is environmental influences play a very important role in how a person reflects their horoscope, or if they reflect it at all. For example, we are all born into a certain family environment that is influenced by our parental history, by our neighborhood, educational system, city, state, etc. These considerations play vital roles in shaping the development of the individual, and the horoscope must be analyzed in these terms. In the process of analysis, we adjust the horoscope to the reality of the person's life. We do not confine the person's life to what we see in their horoscope. The horoscope has to be analyzed in context of the person's life.
Again, it makes sense to me.
No one can ever prove or disprove astrology, because a horoscope is only potential. People are free to use potential or not use it. It has no bearing on whether or not astrology is accurate. When the horoscope does not reflect what the person appears to be, this is only a reflection of personal choice and individuation. Something within personal development has altered or stifled potential. Look at it this way: a roadmap shows you how best to get from point A to point B. If you follow it to the letter, your journey will be efficiently traveled. However, there is nothing preventing you from choosing a different path. It doesn't mean that the map is incorrect. You just exercised your option to go a different way. It is the same with a horoscope. It is a person's personal map, a guide for life. There is nothing that forces a person to follow their personal map. They have the option, through the human free will, to do whatever they want to do. So, to look at a horoscope and try to disprove it because it doesn't reflect the person in question is something that would only be attempted by the ill-informed.
Whoa. Preach, brother, preach.
Astrology is not fortune-telling. We certainly can tell when a life has the potential of being challenged, but we rarely can determine specifically why. There can be any number of factors at work that can cause tension. Although many times it is possible, in modern times, it is not the astrologer's chief function to categorize the specifics of energy, behavioral, manifestation. Astrology cannot tell you that you are going to hit the lottery, that you will meet the love of your life next Tuesday while shopping in the 10th Street Mall. Using these examples, astrology can see the climate ahead, when a financial gain is possible, or a time when romantic opportunity is possible. But these are easily negated if one just stays home and does nothing. Nothing in a horoscope will make things happen. For all concerns, since astrology is not fortune-telling, any reference to horoscopic delineation should be referred to as analyzing the horoscope, not reading it. When a person comes to an astrologer, they are coming for a consultation, to consult with the astrologer about life concerns using astrological symbols. It is not a discussion about astrology.
Oh man. They are throwing darts at you know.
That's okay. Lastly, those who have the biggest objection to astrology are the religious, despite the fact that the three wise men were astrologers who predicted the birth of Jesus. In their view, astrologers are trying to replace God, and this misassumption is based on the mindset that astrologers are fortune tellers. Astrology in no way contradicts or interferes with religious belief. It is simply something to know about in order to aid and guide fulfillment in life. Any critical association of astrology with religion is based on ignorance of what astrology is.
Amen.
The short and long of it is that, if you think planets control people, you cannot present your astrology practically or with substance. My mother is in her early 90s. She has never worked. She has been a housewife and mother all her life, a life of major routine. She has experienced every major measurement you can think of. And it was only once, when a planet went over her Venus, that there was a manifestation, and that was the death of my father. Did my father die because Saturn went over my mother's Venus? No, he died because he was a physically ill man who did not take care of himself. To think that a planet did something is laughable.
It makes sense to me. Wow. I love it. Thanks so much for your time. I applaud you.